Sal.
Yes.
One day when I have all the money, I'm gonna be a Tommy Bahama boy. Just gonna be on a little island with a little fedora, just one of those little propeller planes that floats on the ocean. You know what I mean? Just Tommy with Scar.
Endless Hawaiian floral shirts.
That's right.
Yes. That's the way to go.
Heck yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 50th episode of the Banya. Today, we've got, as always, Dana Lundquist looking good in the corner. And the long-awaited appearance of Judy Wu in the house.
Welcome, Judy.
What's your middle name?
Oh, I won't reveal that.
What? That's got to be good then. All right, keep that secret then. We'll find out one day. We'll keep you posted.
You will.
So Judy Wu is a proud mother of two, correct?
Yes.
You don't have any hidden children from us?
No.
Okay. Two beautiful daughters. They do jiu-jitsu. They're chugging along, doing super well. And Judy Wu is a Blue Belt here with us at Aries PV, formerly Grey Wolf.
Formerly Grey Wolf, yes.
Yes.
So, what's up, Judy? How's life?
Good. I just got back from Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
you're always
my-
doing some
Yeah, I
traveling.
am. I love to travel. So
You're
we're
in
Myrtle
New
Beach.
York a lot, right?
Yeah,
You're,
because I have my husband's side of the family there.
Mm-hmm.
So usually we go a couple times a year, and then we'll go to my family, which is they're in Pasadena, California.
Uh-huh.
So this summer we
You were
went
born
to
in Pasadena?
originally in
or-
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Oh, you were born in
Okay.
Taiwan.
I was born
Oh,
in Taiwan,
nice.
Oh,
so I
cool.
came here when I was 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. So do you speak Taiwanese?
No, not anymore.
No. Okay.
That was my first language,
Uh-huh.
and then my second language is Mandarin, which I can still speak,
Okay.
and then English is third language.
Ni hao,
Okay.
right? Is that-
Very good.
Thank you.
Have you been back to Taiwan, or do you go often?
I go every 5 to 7 years. I still have family there, so
Okay.
my uncles, aunts, cousins are all still there.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
you,
been to-
you like it there, I assume, right?
it's nice to just go back and reminisce about my childhood and see where I grew up, and I miss the food.
Yeah,
a lot,
Food's
so-
great.
Yeah, and I love taking the kids back to show them like my roots and
Yeah.
let them learn about where I was from and just the different types of food and the culture. Show them what it's all about.
It's a very happy culture, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right?
they're very into
Yeah.
food. Like every
Yeah.
corner, there's food everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Taipei.
You
and,
have?
Yeah, and there was an
know you
amazing food place in the basement or like the lower level of the Taipei 101, the big
Yes.
building. It was so good. But yeah, the food there was amazing.
So I was born in Taipei.
Okay.
And that's where my dad's from.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Why'd you go over there?
Yeah, why did you go to Taipei of all places?
Yeah, it was my first job out of college. I actually was a project manager for a meeting planning company. So we did pharmaceutical meetings, basically like did all the logistics for it. So like dinners, car service, hotels, flights, all the meeting preparation. So like talking with farm reps, or not farm reps, but the clinicians who were doing like clinical trials. So investigator meetings is what they're called. Maybe you've heard of them. But basically when they're releasing a new drug or testing it out, they have to teach all these doctors how to administer the drugs, how to do the like adverse event reporting, everything. So teaching all these different doctors. So they'll do like global studies, and they need
When they should expect their new Maserati.
yeah, right. No. So they'll do studies on like and they'll have like 300, they need 300 doctors in Southeast Asia or in certain regions of the world. So they were like, all right, well, we're going to do a meeting somewhere in Southeast Asia. So they'll pick like, a different city, and they'll fly in doctors from all over that region to learn about these drugs to then administer them. So like one of the ones our company did was Abilify.
Yeah.
So they were the meeting planning company who organized all of the meetings for those investigator meetings. So that's what took me out there. I actually got to travel around the world a lot doing that. So I've been to China
awesome.
4 different times for that, as well as Taiwan, Malaysia, Thailand. I just happened to become like the Southeast Asia project manager, which was great. I love the culture in Southeast Asia. It's the biggest culture shock from Western culture for sure. I haven't ever been to India. I'm sure that would be probably even more of a bigger culture shock. But Yeah, it was just really cool. So yes, I've been to Taiwan.
That's awesome.
It was great.
So where's your favorite place? In Taiwan or China? Thailand?
I mean, if I wasn't really a big fan of China, to be honest.
Yeah.
I went to Shanghai 3 times, and if I was gonna go to China, like I would probably I like Shanghai more.
Right, it's more developed.
Yeah, and it's more Western, honestly. And it was more so just that Beijing was like, it was just so dirty. Everything was just dirty.
Yeah.
Like just the air, like you couldn't go out for a jog outside because it was so dirty. And I got to go to see the Great Wall of China, which is amazing, incredible. But like you see a picture that I've got that looks like it's really cool looking because it looks like it's fog.
Yeah.
But it's actually smog. It's just like kind of gross in the air. So wasn't a fan of that. But like I think my favorite place, I love Thailand, honestly. I went back for vacation just because it was so cool.
I believe it. Yeah.
Like,
no,
and the mountains are
go.
beautiful. Like my favorite place, there was this little town called Pai, Pai, that's outside of Chiang Mai. That was awesome. There's just hiking everywhere. There's like waterfalls you can hike to, and you rent a little scooter and you just ride around like all around the town. It was amazing.
Sounds rad.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully one day I can go. I want to visit Thailand too. So
yeah, and if you do, so there's the one thing I didn't do that I'm bummed about is in Chiang Mai. Well, it's like you start there, but just outside of it, there's a place where you can go like basically play with elephants, like baby elephants in the river. Yeah, you'll go like they'll be bathing the elephants and like just hanging out, and it's good because everybody like wants to go see the elephants when you're in a place where it has them, but so many of them have them like chained up. Or they're like riding them, which in most cases is really horrible for the elephants. Whereas this little thing that they do is actually it's great for them. Like they interact with them, and it's not cruel to them. They aren't forcing the elephants to be there, which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
super cool.
So go to Thailand.
Okay,
it's a beautiful country.
How come elephants don't like to get piggyback rides?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think you'd call it a piggyback ride.
I bet they like it.
Yeah, but it was kind of sad. Some of them like they have the elephants like chained up, and you can see when elephants or like any animals in distress, they like kind of wavering back and forth. Like you can tell it's just like, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah.
So being cautious about what like like we like to go to zoos and whatnot. Like, are the animals happy at the zoos? I mean, it's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. It's like we want to interact and see it, but is it actually a good thing to support that?
Right. I totally understand. But speaking of Taiwan, I will reveal my middle name. So the reason why I didn't want to say it was because my middle name is my real Chinese name, Taiwanese name.
Oh, okay.
So my middle name is Yuan Lun.
Okay.
And Yuan Lun.
Rin Win?
Or Win Win in Jiu-Jitsu.
Can you spell it?
Yeah. Am I not saying it right? Go again.
Yuan Win.
Yuan Win?
Yuan Win.
I just hear Win Win.
Yuan Win?
Yuan Win.
Okay.
So my last name usually comes first. So it's Wu.
Right.
Yuan Lun. That's my full name in Chinese. Taiwanese.
So the W is like silent. It's Wu.
It's spelled YUN-LUN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way
my mom, my middle name, my middle name is my name.
Right.
And then the last name, WU.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that. Like, I just go back to that job because we did a lot, like with a lot of people that were from China or Taiwan that their last name was first.
Yep.
They would always show, and then some of them use like a westernized name, like you're just Judy.
Do.
But some don't. So depending on what the name was, I guess how hard it was to pronounce, I don't know. Like, is there a case when you like they choose not to like have a westernized name, or what is it like? I
No,
guess
they just do it for fun, to be honest, because it's mandated that they all learn English during schooling.
Oh, okay.
So they're all asked to pick a random name. So
Okay.
when you go back to Taiwan, if you ever go, I bet you just go around and ask people like, "Hey, do you have an American name?" And everybody will likely have
Remember
one.
their,
Right.
So like I've heard of names like Dolphin or Apple or just for fun. Yeah.
Apple was one a lot. I also saw one that was really common was Alice.
Yes.
I don't know why, but Alice was super common.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. My cousin
Alice
named herself
Alice.
Alice. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Apple was another. I was like, that's interesting. But,
Yes, I got Apple too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, Judy, you are going to commit to Vegas.
I am.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
No pressure, right?
No pressure.
It's still a question mark right now, so
okay.
got 4 weeks left. I know registration deadline's August 17. There's 12 in my division currently. 50-50.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
People will have to follow up with me after the podcast.
All right. Well, let's go through your game right now. Take us through it. So you slap hands. What's your game plan?
So I'm kind of like Nancy. Like I can have a game plan. I can pull guard and I like to play bottom. I like to be a guard player. But whenever I go into these comps, I feel like it's never what I imagined because you don't know what the opponent's gonna do.
Right.
So I kind of respond to what they do.
Well, I guess then like take us through like your favorites. So let's say they pull guard first. How are we passing guard?
Yeah. So I like to play around. I like to call it dancing. So I like to control the legs. I always remember this one phrase John Danaher always said was, if you have nothing else, always remember there's always the feet. So, if you two play guard with me, like I'm going to hunt for your legs because you guys are taller than me and it's just easier to get to the leg than your neck. And I think that was one of the most common mistakes I made as a white belt was, I don't know why I was so focused on trying to get to the neck when I'm not caring about anything else. So now I'm really into like finding the ankles, holding on, and then just a really gentle, nice knee cuts, weaving. I like to weave too. Yeah, and then going to my knee and belly, and then whatever else, depending on the response of my training partner or opponent.
Right.
So if they pull guard, you're going to try and avoid going into their guard.
I like to put in that knee first in there.
Yeah.
Yep, I get my knee in there first.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
Heck yeah. All right, so we're past the guard. We're in side control. Where are we going?
So I've been playing with Kimura traps a lot.
Nice.
And actually, I have to give this credit to Lance because when I was a white belt for a while, like I said, I was always hunting for chokes. And because you guys know, for a long time, I was the only girl in the zombie class. Right. And in order to fight with guys like your weight and your stature, it's really tough. And so one day he said, maybe you just want to find an arm or try Kimura. And then that really changed a lot of my game. Just that one sentence. So I do a lot of Kimura traps, gift wraps, and then the arm bars. By now, everybody's so good. Everyone's really good at escaping. So I kind of step at the plate to play more with Tarico Platas. I've been pretty successful with Tarico Platas lately.
Okay, yeah.
And then right now, I call these projects. So lately, I've been trying to get better at crucifixion system.
Nice. Okay.
That's my thing.
Project. Yeah.
I have not really been that successful in finishing. I probably have finished only one, and this is only crucifying guys of your stature though, because the boys are just so strong. So just this past week I crucified Johnny, and he just easily backward flip rolled out of it, right?
Yeah.
And then I've crucified Sean, and Sean would just bridge and use his weight against me. And then next thing you know, I lost him and I have to chase his back. So I'm trying to find how to optimize my game with the crucifixion system.
Nice.
Well, somebody who does a crucifix loves doing it. I don't know if you've spoken to her, but Addie was always try that. So she's good at it. So maybe ask her if she's got any, or work with her on it.
She's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun too. So like the Kimura, right? Like it's actually, it's one of the fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
But so on a white belt level, it's either just kind of there or it's not, right? But the fun thing to do, when we get more complex with it, is to bait it, right?
Yes.
So it's not there now, but you start fishing for something else, and then when it comes into position, then you slap it on, so setting it up basically.
Yeah.
So these fundamental moves, done at a higher level, a lot of it is just setting it up.
Yep.
So
it's
that
delaying things, preventing that person from coming on. And if I can go into Kimura traps into the back, that would be great.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys all know there's at least 5 submissions from there. So.
All right, Luke's got to do his first cold plunge.
All right,
okay, let's go.
This episode of the Banya is brought to you by Optimize. Optimize is a health and wellness center run by Jesse Meringue, a fellow training partner of ours. They've got amazing center. They've got your cold plunge, your sauna, the infrared, the hot tub, compression therapy, as well as this PEMF therapy. It's like pulse electromagnetic field. It's amazing. Feels crazy, like you get that electro stim. But the idea is you've got a time in there for an hour to switch between different therapies. You can go from the sauna to the cold plunge to the hot tub. Feels amazing. Luke and I just did that last week, and absolutely, it was incredible. So if you're looking to recover from any sort of athletics or just to feel better, go check out Optimize. And for anybody, the listeners, if you just tell them you heard it on the Banya, they'll give you 50% off your first session. So I believe normally it's $39 for the first session for an hour, so it'll be half that. So go check them out. It's an amazing place.
Because Nick's got some big plans to grow that company.
Oh, really?
Now that he's full on. He's the owner of Arizona Grass Fed.
I mean, that would fit more with what Drew just likes anyways, so that'd be good. Yeah. All right, so Judy, you say you like to wait to see what comes to you, which that can work.
Yeah,
you're good at being reactive, but then you're always on the reaction side. You're always waiting for a response. And maybe think of it this way. Your opponent, they may be thinking the same thing.
Right.
I'm waiting for her to take an action.
Yep.
So then who's going to move first, and then, what's going to happen? So I would encourage you, and I would even challenge you to find something, either whether it be a takedown or something to initiate what you want to move to next.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Do what you want, but I would say, think about that. Because it may benefit you much more so than just really focusing on how do I react to somebody else. Just
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've played with a couple of sweeps. There was one I actually did with you, and I don't even know what it's called, but Vinny taught us that sweep, and I like that one. The one that we sweep from the back.
What does it go? How does it go?
So I have to arm drag you and get to your back and then stick out my leg.
Oh yeah,
that one. What is that called?
Yeah, so
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
it's you dump them over your leg. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, if you can get that. Yeah, I mean that would be a good one to get to. I remember Jarrell and Lexi were really into that one. That's where I first saw that. And I was like, wow, this is great. If you can get that arm in and trap that arm and get to the back like that.
Yeah.
Okay, try that.
Yeah. We'll see.
Do you have to have butterflies in for that?
No, that's so it's you get the arm drag and you trap one arm and you're behind them with a body lock. And then from the body lock, you'll scissor your legs. So if you're standing here and you've got the right arm trapped, you'll scissor your legs and your left leg will go over, and you're going to turn and then you dump them over that leg.
Got it.
And then you come into side control. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot from that if you can just get that body lock, especially with an arm trapped. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're how many years in now? Right?
End of September will be my third year.
Okay.
So I'm almost
3 years in. And then how you did? Was it kickboxing? Or
I did
it was
taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Before.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. So that's give me the real quick rule set for taekwondo.
So it's really simple actually. So the kicks are on the chest and the head. And then we have chest protectors and helmet. And then it's 2 points here and 1 point here.
Okay.
And then whoever scores up to 10 points wins.
Gotcha. Are there knockouts or no?
I mean, if you get knocked out from the kicks, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah.
It does happen, but I think that, to be honest, Taekwondo has morphed over the last few decades. Back in the days, I mean, they would fight without even headgear.
Right.
And nowadays, because there's two different orgs. So, have you guys ever seen the Olympic Taekwondo?
A little bit.
A little bit. So you kind of see they're mostly focused on kicking. If you notice, their hands are down most of the time, and they're not really punching because. In that style, that's the first style I actually learned when I was a kid. That's what I grew up with.
Okay.
So I did that, and the punches don't count as points at all.
So, but you in Taekwondo, there's striking with punches as well as kicking. Okay.
And the punches, we don't punch the
Is
head.
that the same as kickboxing then?
I think kickboxing, it's the thing with kickboxing is they're more, they teach you boxing more, so they'll teach you like jab, cross, and all that.
Gotcha.
But we don't use those terms in Taekwondo.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So we talk about like, you know, knife hands and punches, you know.
Okay.
But no jab, cross. We don't use those terms.
But can you
Knife
you
hand?
can block though?
Like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so part of it is
Yeah.
like you get
Definitely.
2 points for a like contact with the head.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then 1 point on the chest. So the back doesn't count.
Gotcha.
And then we don't, depending on which country and which school, some of them will teach oblique kicks, but here in the States, we don't do that. We don't do obliques.
So it has to be above, like
It
on
has
the
to be
rib
with the
cage
chest
or above.
or the head.
Okay.
Say somebody tries to kick you in the chest and you grab their leg and just throw them. Can you do that stuff or no?
You can't really like push. You can block.
You can block,
Yeah, you can
okay.
block. You can't hold on to it.
Yeah, that gets
what you're
into, like,
saying. That gets
grappling.
into grappling,
Yeah.
MMA.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's all about the kicking. That's fun. Is that like having it's probably a lot of hip strength, right?
Yes.
And like flexibility.
Yeah.
Does that feel good having that physical range?
It definitely did help coming into this. It
Yeah.
worked in favor and also worked against me. So it worked for me because obviously my legs were strong, balance was there, and then knowing how to hook. Like we do a lot of butterfly hooks and
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
plummel. We plummel a lot, right?
Yeah.
So if you notice, so my plummeling and then my hooks are pretty strong. So it's also advantageous when someone's trying to knee bar me.
Right.
My strong legs try to like defend
Yep,
it.
sure.
The locks. It really hurt me coming in because in Taekwondo, because the back doesn't count for points.
Yeah.
When I
Right.
came here, I didn't know better. I was always giving my back to protect myself,
Uh-huh.
and everybody was taking my back left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were gonna say you kept kicking people in the face.
or that.
I haven't seen one. I would love to see that though. I think Lance would love. He's due for a good kick in the face.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time already. You might as well add to it.
Oh my goodness.
RB is always good for a nice
Yeah, he could use a kick in the face.
kick to the face.
You guys are so
Sign 'em
funny.
up.
So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know they're
part
gonna
of the
hear
fun.
us. That's the idea.
Yeah.
We talked in the last podcast actually is that just the community and we'll razz each other and
We
give each other
shouted you
shit.
out specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Well, just like the first comedy show, like I was nervous that like everybody's sense of humor wasn't on the same page,
Yeah.
but truly it was. Like I feel like nobody's feelings were hurt, and we were saying some horrific stuff. But,
Yeah.
like, that.
Judy was saying some horrific stuff.
Russ
was-
said
yeah.
it the best. I think who's like, if you can't. If you can't make fun of the person, they're not your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I truly believe that. Like,
Yeah.
I love it when my friends make fun of me, and I love to be able to make fun of people. It's like if you're at that level in a relationship, like, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you have to be like sensitive around people, and you know it's fine that happens, but it's nice that our AM crew for the most part we're like pretty on the same page as far as
Right.
like we all love each other and like we can be crazy silly with each other, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about it the night before too, and I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know who was going to be there.
Yeah.
And the people that we know that goes to AM class, we all know each other pretty well. We know the personalities. And I'm just thinking in my head, if I'm up on the stage reading the crowd and saying stuff, would they be offended? I'm like, no.
Hopefully.
Like, my brother, I look at you guys as my brothers. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
will not.
Yeah.
Like,
Nope.
we just brush it off and laugh it off, and we move on the next day.
In
I
fact,
was-
we'd be more offended if you didn't offend
Yeah,
us or
yeah.
try
It's like,
to.
why is she so quiet? Why isn't she saying anything?
you just
She doesn't
roasted
like
everybody.
us. Right.
And I think I said it after that first one. I was like, I'm proud of you all. Like, this was awesome. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it was beyond what I hoped for, you know. I thought it might be a little bit more reserved than it was, but people were all just like digging into each other and telling jokes, and it was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I did feel a little bad after. I'm
Yeah.
like, was I too
No.
raw?
Oh,
Like, was the
no.
material too raw? But I was like, oh, they can take it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was solid. Luke, got to take another one. All right, let's get another cold plunge real quick.
Judy just tried to cook herself on our Harvia stove.
Luckily, I didn't fall into it.
Yeah, seriously, avoided danger. All right, so what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for a lot of things, actually. I cannot complain anything about in my life. I feel like God is always protecting me. grateful for my friends, my family, the Jiu-Jitsu community. We're just a roof under our house, like having a roof under, everything.
Yeah.
There's no complaints here. I see a lot of people in very difficult situation, and when I look at it, I'm like, wow, I'm so lucky.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're the perfect, like, I'm starting to ask this question of all of our guests because I think it's something that, like, it's super easy to be happy if you let yourself.
Yes.
And you are a super good example, Judy. Like, when you walk in the door at 6 a.m., smile, just like that, smiling right away. You're always happy. And, like, it's contagious, like, you've got a super good energy that you bring into the gym, and it's awesome. You just, like, I don't show it as you show it super well. Like, you've got such a great smile, and you're just, like, kind of, like, blowing it up that way. But like, something that, like, Dana and I are trying to push into the world is this, like, you can, even people that are in, that don't have it as good as you or the next person, there's still things around them that they can be grateful for.
Right.
And there's reasons to be happy, You just got to, like, latch onto those things. And eventually, hopefully, the rest of it gets figured out and you get to a place where it's, 90% good around you. You know what I mean? So, that it's just something that, like, it has, like, not that it bothers me, but it bums me out when I see people that are unhappy.
Yeah.
And I think it's, it's not always as simple as that, but I think it starts with that, right? Where it's like, just look around and find the good in your life and start hustling towards that. You know what I mean?
That's exactly, like, what I do. Jiu-Jitsu has been a savior for me. So going just a few years back, I worked a lot after finishing residency training. And for those on the podcast doesn't know, I'm a physician.
We should have done that on your intro. Dr. Judy Wu.
And I worked a lot. I always had 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and ever since after training. And
keep going, Judy.
Continue, yes.
And so right off the back, after training, I already started with 2 jobs. And my husband and I didn't expect to get pregnant so soon. We actually did our training out in Ohio.
Okay.
And then after we got married, after graduation, got pregnant, we said we need to be close to family. So my family's in California, his is in New York. And because New York has higher cost of living, everything's more expensive. So we picked Phoenix, and the same thing in California. So that's why we're here in Arizona. He has 2 other brothers out here. But I've always had 2-3 jobs throughout, like, the last more than 10 years. So I've done everything. Most of my work was in the hospital, which I really enjoy, the acute critical medicine part. And I have also done nursing homes. I've done telemedicine. And worked in rounded on patients in rehab. But in 2020, March 16, 2020, the first COVID hit our hospital. And then for the next 2 years, I worked like a dog. I worked so much, so burned out. And then everything was all about other people, not just the patient and families, but serving even the employees. I was, like, worried about my team. I was managing a team. I was a director. I was part of the executive committee in the hospital. So I had a pretty high position in the hospital. So then the next 2 years, 2020 to 2022, I worked a lot. I mean, I worked weekends, holidays, evening shifts. I was not seeing my family. Sometimes I actually brought not both kids, but one of my kids to the hospital when I did overnight calls because they missed me so much. And especially when I worked night shift, they couldn't fall asleep unless I was home. So it was really tough on the family. So my husband and I decided to make some big changes in January of 2022. He quit corporate medicine and decided to go into solo practice, and he bought out a practice from a retired physician.
Oh, cool.
And to be honest, I wasn't looking for a new job, but I was found on LinkedIn by a recruiter. And I was asked to still hold a leadership position, as a medical director and be a part of a team that takes care of patients at home.
Okay.
And that was really awesome. Felt really good about doing that. These patients at home, most of them are just homebound with multiple conditions, chronic conditions like stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure, leg amputation, on dialysis. So it felt like we were doing a lot of great impact. So changing job and going remote, that really helped with my work-life balance.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of that, I was able to train in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
If I didn't make that change, I would not be here today.
Yeah.
And I still just thank God for that time period when I feel like I was in denial that I was burned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave me this. And so when you ask me what am I so grateful is for all of it.
Yeah.
The job, the change, with a good partner in my marriage that's willing to make these two changes together at the same time, taking risk, not knowing what that's going to do for us.
Well, and his practice is also remote kind of, right? Because doesn't he go to see patients versus...
Actually, the patients go to him, even though it's concierge. He does make home visits. Sometimes he does go into a nursing home as per request if the patient wants him to. He'll go see them when they're hospitalized, but it's really like that VIP service that he's
That's what you're saying,
them
concierge.
feel.
Yeah, I remember him telling me about that.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
So you, as a medical director role, you have a lot of insight into everything related to insurance, and I would guess, maybe I'm wrong. How do you see just with... I mean, now, even in the last 10 years, how insurance has just ballooned in terms of this massive thing that if you don't have, you're kind of screwed. But having it, you also are paying, seems like so much more because insurance has billed all of this because, we know that insurance is going to pay for most of this. What I'm getting at is medical costs have continued to rise.
Right.
In this country, and we are maybe 150th or something like that in terms of overall health. It's a way low number compared to the cost in what we spend as a country in medical or in medicine. So what is your take on how that can shift or just general thoughts on it? Because it seems crazy that we are so unhealthy,
right?
Yet we spend so much on medicine.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a good answer to it, but I do know that there's a lot of factors that play into it. I mean, we're billions in debt over time, and there's the population too. I think there's some of it is the lack of understanding what's appropriate to go to the hospital too sometimes, and so just to clarify, my job on the payer side, I work for United. Is to look at cases where if they really truly meet to be what we call inpatient, they go into the hospital, they really need to be there. When I used to work clinically, I used to see a lot of patients go in for not I didn't want to label them as inappropriate, it sounds bad, but mild cases. So if mom brings in the baby with a rash,
right,
as opposed to urgent care, or if a healthy 20-year-old go in with heartburn but thinking it's a heart attack.
Yeah.
And those are all unnecessary medical costs.
Sure.
And so all this time things are built up. And then we have population, the unfortunate, the homeless, or the drug users. We have a lot of drug users that go in, and of course the bills are unpaid afterwards. So how do you stop this factor from happening, and how do you educate the population that really make them understand what's appropriate to go in, what's not appropriate.
Sure. And
then also coming up with a good plan for those who can't afford insurance. And so there's many factors that go into it.
Yeah, and everybody should be able to get emergency medical care like that. That is it's a problem if you can't.
Yeah.
It's just more of it feels like, and I'm totally outside of this, so I have no idea, and I could be completely wrong. It just feels like because of insurance companies seemingly they've kind of created this pricing structure that I'll look at a bill and it's $20,000 for something, and they'll negotiate down and pay 75% of what the negotiated rate was down to I don't know, and this is obviously just made up numbers, to $10,000, or it just seems kind of arbitrary as to how these things are billed. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be better at like the no surprise cost nowadays, right? So hopefully it'll be more transparent. But even me, you know, I'm a patient too. And there's times when I'm like, why do I have being charged for $1,000? So not just medical, but like whether it's dental, vision too. Yeah. You know, it's like, why do I have this insurance for dental vision if I'm still going to pay so much for the glasses, the contacts, the exam? Yeah. For sure. Yep. And I get it. I mean, there's necessary, you know, aspects to it, of course. Yeah. In case of an emergency, you know, that's what insurance is for, right? In case of an emergency, like an actual, like, you know, life-threatening or whatever. But I think this isn't just for you, but we talk about a lot just overall health and what we're eating as a big component of that like it's not discussed about. To most people don't know what's actually healthy to eat for them. Yeah. And it's just like whatever's put in front of them or whatever's available in their area and like just ultra processed foods. Right. And it seems like there's a disconnect between medicine and like our food system, which not to say that those should be connected, but that like how we treat people, kind of looking at a Band-Aid is the way I see it, as like it's a quick fix to say this, like giving him a drug or something versus holistically looking and saying, okay, well, here's what we can do for now. Acutely, we need to fix this, but this is going to continue to occur unless you clean up your diet or whatever. Like there's the holistic side of just overall health that is just, there's no education for that, it seems like. Yeah, I agree. And when I was in the hospital, I was getting to the point where I was actually, I know it sounds really bad, but I was actually getting tired of seeing the same patients bouncing back into the hospital because they're coming in with heart failure or they're uncontrolled diabetes. And I'm like, well, there's not much, or they're skipping dialysis. And a lot of times I do blame the patient. And then when I changed my job to taking care of homebound patients, which really gave me really an eye-opener, because I went into these homes and I'm like, how can you afford healthy food? And like, I almost want to cry. How can you get to your dialysis when nobody wants to take you and your son is in the bedroom playing video games or doing meth, or when you can only afford canned foods? So then I start to see the other side, and like I said, going back to what you're grateful for, literally everything. Like, I'm so grateful I'm not in that situation. I'm able to take care of my health and prevent these chronic conditions that can be very challenging. For sure. Yeah, and it's hard to talk about this from our perspective of being able to, you know, have the know-how to learn about what's good for eating and good for overall health. So I'm very blessed to have that. So it's hard to have that perspective if somebody just doesn't understand what it takes for that, and how we can, you know, shift that. It's a wild thing to think about that the poorest people in the country are also the fattest. Generally, like it obviously is a very generalization, but this is the first time in history of the world that the poorest people are also the fattest, which just goes to say it's clearly it's not a problem of means. It's education, and just our food system is so trash that it's killing us. Yeah. Well, and like you and I, our age, we and you included, we all dodged bullets as far as like you know, that this all started in like the late 60s, 70s when like processed food started overtaking everything. Yeah. And for the longest time, like nobody knew, you know, like that it was super bad for us. And so like, and the goal of that really, like, it makes sense from a economic level to say we need to make more food less expensive. How do we do that without, you know, some sort of oversight as to what are the chemicals that are causing us to make food cheaper as opposed to just whole foods? Yeah. Well, so like we are fortunate to be now in this time where we're on the other side of that, though, where like the education is now like, okay, we gotta look at all this crap that they're pumping in there. But to your point, like, there is a way to make food available for everybody, but not just dump all this shit in there. Like in Europe, I think the number is, it's like 20 or something chemicals you're talking about, or they have whatever it is. Let's use round numbers. They allow 100 things in like
items in their food, and for us it's like 50,000 or some crazy shit like that. It's just like an insane amount of stuff that like these food companies have finagled that it just makes it more addictive. You know, it's like where they you know, you can't just eat one Dorito. It's just too delicious. You know what I mean? It's like there's all this stuff that just it makes you keep eating it, and it's killing us, literally giving us these chronic health issues, or like risk of cancer. I recently, when I was in Myrtle Beach, I went to see one of my friends who I used to work with. She moved back to Myrtle Beach from Phoenix, and she recently just found out she has stage 2 breast cancer, and so she's like changing her diet and just changing her entire lifestyle. She told me about this app. The app is called Yuka, so I recommend everybody to download Yuka, Yuka. And you can actually scan the barcode of all the food items, and it'll give you a rating of how good it is. And it'll also let you know the additives in it. Yeah. And some of it will tell you, if you click on the specific additive, what it can do. And literally, there's a few candies that, especially with food coloring, that'll say it'll cause ADHD. Wow. So literally, Judy Wu, we've been slacking on our kids this summer. So
same here.
We let them stay up later. They've been eating more candy and stuff like that, and we finally hit a thing where like they got in trouble at karate last Friday, and so this week we've pulled them off of all treats and candies, and they're way better already. It's so weird. It's just like
it's all the food coloring and additives in there. There's barely any nutrition value, and when you use Yuka to scan them, most of them will say 0 out of 100. So. Yikes. And I told the girls no more like this is, and they start scanning. And it can be really addictive too, using this app.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, get your kids on it. That's fun. It's like parents, like we're up against the wall though. It's like everywhere you walk into, like you can walk into FedEx and like at eye level of the kid is like candy. It's everywhere, this trash food, you know, and like once they get a taste of it, it's, you know, I mean, I don't know, my kids are very persistent, and it's just, I'm like beating them off of food everywhere I go, like this trash food, right? I mean, fortunately they do like healthy foods too, but they love candy and trash too, so it sucks. It's like, it's literally like a daily battle.
Same here in my house. Don't feel bad.
How you doing over there?
Want to go take a cold plunge with me?
Yeah, I do. All right. Yeah, I know we both got out, so I figured you gotta be cooking.
Takes 30 minutes to get to your grocery store.
Yeah, right.
That's what I hated. I lived in DC for 2 years, like in the city in DuPont. And like it was, that life is not for me. Like just going to the grocery store is like a, you know what I mean? It's like a, you know, because you're on the 5th floor of a walk up, and it's just like, it's just a whole day, you know, just to go get some groceries. No way to live.
No.
I don't know how those people do it.
That's why we're not in Manhattan.
No.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Like, I mean, I guess if it was somewhere you could walk to, that was like 10-minute walk to go and get your groceries, and you'd go like every other day, and it wasn't like a whole thing, then maybe. But it's got to be pretty convenient to do something like that. Like, it'd become like in Europe they do that a lot, where you walk to the grocery store, get your food for the day. Make that, it'd be kind of cool, like as a culture, to have that be a part of it, as opposed to just stocking up for the month, or not for the month, for the week, you know.
I mean, if you're not living in like a rat hole apartment too,
right?
You know, it's like,
and also forces you to be more active, you know. You have to walk, so it's like that. You saw it in Taiwan, everybody walks.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's why those people are happy.
That's probably a blue zone. Or pretty close to, just because they're walking around a lot more, eating a lot more fish and clean food, and
close cultural ties.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, Judy. Well, any parting words of wisdom or anything for us?
No.
See you in Vegas.
Oh, you still want to know the answer to that, huh?
We'll check back with you in a week.
We'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to know about me, or any other questions, Dana? You want to ask?
No.
Again, so. I just want to thank you for your energy. Like I said, it's it's awesome having you there in the morning. You're
well,
a ray of sunshine.
The thing is, like, it's important to have the right people too.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't have you guys, I don't know if I can smile, right?
Yeah.
Like the people and the teacher are important. It's what makes the environment. I mean, I'm sure we all have heard stories like students checking out other gym, and it's our vibe is very unique. Like, it's not everywhere.
Yeah,
no, definitely not.
I'm actually surprised when anybody doesn't want to stay. Like, I question who they are if they, don't want to stay. Like, what was it about this that you didn't like? Like, I don't get it.
I guess, like, you know why I'm so happy when I come in? I think it's very different from when I used to train in the other martial art. Mm-hmm. Because I did taekwondo for like 5 years when I was a kid, and then another 5 as an adult. I did 6 months of kung fu, and the environment's very different. Like, when we go into class, there's not really like not a lot of smiling, laughing, joking. It's very like top down, a lot of bowing.
Yeah.
You're not. We just know it's unwritten rule. Like, you don't ask your partner like a lot of questions and like, look, can you show me a Kanto choke? And like, Dana, like, how do you make it so hard? Like, we're not allowed to talk. We just look straight, and it's only one person. We listen to one teacher.
Right.
And so, like, going into this, I'm like, wow, like, we can actually laugh, joke, and there's so much freedom to explore. That's why I love Jiu-Jitsu so much, because it's very operational, and there's always different variation. Everybody has their own style.
Yep.
And for me, every day I come in, I'm just full of thirst for knowledge, and I'm always questioning things, and finding like the answers, what worked for me.
Yeah.
And so that's why you see this big smile when I come in. I'm like, okay, today I want to work on these things, and I look around to see who's there, and I'm like, okay, if I can poke for some knowledge here and there, like that's just what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
It's the only time I get solitude, like alone time away from the kids and the work, and once I get home, it's like boom, it's like
chaos.
8 to 5 and picking up kids and cooking.
Right.
So
never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only place I can go and just like forget about everything else.
Yes.
Like, 'cause if you're really needing to like learn and do jiu-jitsu, you can't have your mind on something else.
Right.
You will lose, or you will get caught, or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I have my highs and my lows, and I think when I have my lows, you can really tell. I go in there and you don't perform as well. Like,
for sure.
And then you can be there listening to the instructor or the professor, but nothing's sinking in. And next thing you know, Luke's choking me out, and I'm like,
Yep.
We all have those days. Believe me.
Yeah.
There's some days I just got stuff running through my head and barely pay attention, but it's still good to be there and try to peace out for a minute and not check out of the world.
Yeah.
Just let the body move.
Yep.
For sure.
It's amazing. But,
no, I want to thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you, Judy. You're awesome. Awesome
thank
training
you for the
partner.
opportunity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, we'd love to have you. We're glad that you came in.
Throw some water on those rocks.
Yep.
I will.
Give it like a half a scoop.
Okay, half.
Take it easy on us.
And while she's doing that, I'll remind everybody, if you go to Arizona Wilderness, you get 10% off all your beer purchases. So go check them out.
Go support them. Awesome
place.
Crew. They're looking out for Arizona.
Yep, they are.
Great dudes.
Cool. All right.
Eucalyptus.
Oh,
I like the eucalyptus ad. That's good.
Yeah. That was a perfect heat balance too.
That was,
Yes.
yeah.
Normally
Sometimes it's too much, yeah.
See,
Nice.
did it right?
Awesome.
Judy,
Well,
you
thank
barely sweat. You're crazy. You're like a robot.
Yeah, no, because I go to EOS sometimes, so yeah.
Sweat it out. Oh, you sauna there?
Yeah.